I love you.
I love you too.
Man, I love you. You my everything.
Oh my God. Mother, I love you, Lou.
Yes, I can close the door.
I love you, Lou.
Take your time. Man, I love you. You my everything.
I love you so much. Here, give me a kiss.
I love you too.
So perfect.
December 2025, Christmas time in South Florida. Tyrone Davis Jr. was getting ready for something special.
A car ride. Y'all finna take a road trip. Luke finna go on her first road trip after surgery. How you feel about your first car ride, babe? Your first road trip? You ready?
I got my pillow.
You good, man. She up and it's stuck. She up and it's stuck. She up and it's stuck. Woo! One leg up, one leg up. Look at you. Look who that bounce back like that though. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, we might have to use that position with the cast on it. You should never show me that.
You gonna be like, yeah, wait.
Lift that shit up. I'll be like, lift that shit up. Why you playing? With the boot, just two. With the boot, just two. We on the eye slide. Queen not feeling too well. So she feels nauseous. I'm so sorry, babe.
Now, people knew him by different names. T2, Stepdaddy Drew, Young Dro. But no matter what you called him, everyone agreed on one thing. This was a man with a heart that did not quit.
Look who I done kid out. Look who happy daddy today.
He was in his 20s, a truck driver by trade, a realtor on the side, and he had a social media presence people actually paid attention to. Not because he was chasing fame, but because he was real. Tyrone was a father first, 2 kids, Eli and Chloe. If you followed him online, you saw them. You saw how present he was, how intentional, how proud. But Tyrone wasn't just a dad. He was one of those people who motivated others without even trying. The kind who'd hop on camera early in the morning just to remind people they mattered.
Have you ever been in a situation to where you feel like you loving your partner, you giving them everything it is that they need, and it still ain't enough? Morning motivation with Joe, so this is what it is. Hey, to all my brothers out there, I just want to motivate y'all right quick, man. Never give up on your dreams, man. Never give up on your goals. Just because shit ain't going as planned or, you don't see the results in what you putting in, just keep going, bro. It's like at the end of the tunnel.
That voice, that energy, Leo energy, natural leader, always moving forward, always shining. His family in Broward County was close, big family, strong family. The Davis side through his father, Tyrone Sr., his mother Renee's side, and his aunt Natasha, who you're going to hear a lot from in this story, because she ended up becoming the voice for a young man who could no longer speak for himself. And here's something important to understand. Tyrone had already lost 2 brothers. His mother Renee had buried 2 sons before this. Tyrone was her last living child. Now, about 3 years before this, Tyrone met a woman online. Her name was Kiara. Online, she went by Lulu. And from the outside looking in, this relationship looked like everything people say they want. Matching pajamas, surprise gifts, relationship goals. Tyrone went all in. I'm talking birthday surprises people screen recorded and reposted, Valentine's Day setups, trips. He packed her lunch for work, left little notes inside. When she broke her ankle and had to wear a boot, he carried her so she wouldn't have to walk. He was always there for her.
We is finna take Queen a shower. A bath. I'm gonna have to bring a chain here and hold her leg and vibe with the vibe. Boom, boom. I let her vibe with the vibe.
He got matching tattoos with her. He posted her, praised her, called her his queen, told the internet he was lost without her. And the internet loved it. Boyfriend of the year, goals, all of that. But if you go back and watch those videos now, with different eyes, something feels off. His energy versus hers. They don't match. He's giddy, talking, performing love out loud. She's there, she's laughing, but it never quite reaches her eyes. His friends noticed. They warned him, told him to slow down. But Tyrone loved her, fully, unconditionally. So Christmas week, December 2025, He decides to do something special. He books a tiny cabin in Gainesville, Florida. Secluded, quiet, just the two of them. And he goes all out. Decorations, games, gifts, matching silk pajamas, a bottle of Hennessy, home-cooked meals planned. And before she even arrives, he's putting sticky notes all over the cabin. Every single one says, "I love you, Lou." He's recording himself setting everything up, talking to the camera like he can't wait for her to see it. A woman driving by stops to ask what he's doing. He's glowing, explaining the surprise. That's how happy this man was.
I did it with sticky notes. You had to stop. You like, I know that's not what I see.
I saw it, I caught something, you doing something earlier.
You like,
it really comes to life.
intimate. I love a creative. For real.
When Lulu arrives,
It's super
they
creative.
start posting
Super
everything.
creative.
Cooking together, playing games, opening gifts, matching pajamas. A dice game where she rolls and picks a present. To anyone watching, this looks like love. But according to what the family learned later, at some point during that trip, things went left.
I love you.
I love you too.
Man, I love you. You my everything.
Oh my God. Mama, I love you, Lou.
So I can close the door.
I love you, Lou.
So it's finna go down right now. So look, so this how this going, baby. Finna explain the game to you. So we finna roll the dice today. I know you like gambling. I know you like playing. You feel what I'm saying? The people casino.
And it's crazy because I don't even, the games that I play, I never use dice. And mine
Ever.
just myself for craps when I just started learning that. But so this make it even more fun because I never roll
Dice. Okay. So this how this finna go. So we gonna roll the dice, right?
Black Santa.
You feel what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Heavy on the black stuff. So we finna roll the dice, right? And whatever it landed on, see it's 4, you gotta pick up a number 4 box. Oh. Reroll. It's on 4.
Okay.
You want 4?
I don't think it's no four.
It is. The green right there.
Okay,
You wanna try
it's
it
a
over?
four.
Okay, kick the door then.
Okay.
What you got?
I
What
was
you got? Okay then.
Got the steak on. We got the potatoes. Everything looks amazing, baby. Baby out here in his briefs. You cooking it medium? How you cooking it?
Medium well.
You can cook mine medium.
Say less.
The cabin owner said neighbors called about a heated argument. But Tyrone? Nobody saw him. They only saw Lulu, boot on her broken ankle, dragging bags to the car. The family says they checked out of the cabin and got a hotel. Surveillance shows them going into Papa John's. They said the young woman seemed to be the aggressor. By the time anyone checked, it had calmed down. Pizza, wings. Tyrone looks fine, walking, talking, moving normally. And then, somewhere between that Papa John's and a bridge on Archer Road, less than 10 minutes apart, something happened, and Tyrone Davis Jr. never made it home. Around 5 p.m. According to Kiara, she and Tyrone got into an argument in the car. She says he told her to let him out. So she pulled over and did exactly that. Then she drove away. Now, what she says happened next? That story changes, more than once. But let's start with her first version. She said she drove about 5 minutes away to a gas station. Said she wanted to give him space. Time to cool off. She figured he'd meet her there. 5 minutes pass. She sees ambulances speeding by. Police cars. More. Ambulances. She says she knew something was wrong. So she drives back. But here's what actually happened. A husband and wife are driving down Archer Road near the I-75 underpass. They see a man laid out in the middle of the street. The husband pulls over and blocks traffic so nobody else hits him. The wife jumps out. She's a nurse. She starts CPR right there on the pavement. They call 911. Dispatch comes through. Pedestrian versus sedan, male struck. Someone saw him get hit by a car. Paramedics arrive and rush him to HCA Hospital near I-75. When he gets there, no ID, no wallet, no phone, nothing. They register him as a John Doe. Tyrone Davis Jr., father of two, beloved son, is fighting for his life. And nobody knows who he is. And Kiara? She's at the hospital, but she doesn't say a word. She doesn't give his name, doesn't call his family. She sits there for 24 hours. Let that sink in. The woman he loved, the woman he planned this trip for, watched him lie there unidentified and never spoke up. It was the hospital that finally contacted his mother, Sunday morning. Renee gets the call. She's already buried 2 sons. Now she's being told her last living child is in critical condition, and it doesn't look good. She drives to Gainesville first, needs to see him herself. When she realizes how serious it is, she calls the family, and they move fast. 6 cars deep. Everybody. Doctors explain the injuries. Severe trauma to the back of his skull. Fractures that traveled forward. Both sides of the brain affected. His entire skull, front and back, fractured. And Kiara? She's there, but silent. She eventually says she needs to leave, claims she's going back to the cabin for their belongings. But the family checks. The cabin owner says they already checked out. Someone else had moved in. She never went back. And then the family learns more. When Tyrone was found, he still had the pizza and wings, but no wallet, no phones, no gun. And then, the day after Tyrone passed, money was transferred out of his joint account, drained, moved to an account only he controlled. But Tyrone was dead. Kiara had his phone. The family said it plainly. This isn't about money. This is about truth. In the hospital room, they begged him for a sign. Doctors said if he showed anything, they'd operate. They prayed, cried, called his name. Nothing. They pronounced him dead. And his father said it best. My guts are on the ground. Only my spirit is keeping me standing. The Gainesville police opened an investigation, but the Davis family didn't wait. They started digging. They went to Papa John's, back to the cabin, talked to witnesses, and the pieces started coming together. A homeless man under that bridge told them what he saw. Pizza on the ground, wings scattered, a man staggering, then collapsing. That matches the 911 call. Pedestrian hit by a sedan. Papa John's is less than 10 minutes from that bridge. Video shows Tyrone walking just fine. So what happened in those 10 minutes? Then came the lies. She said he fell at a gas station. Then said she let him out. Then said the car was moving. Then said he jumped. Then said he tripped. Which is it? The family went public. Aunt Natasha spoke out. So did his father. They're not accusing. They're asking for truth. This case is still open, and the family is asking for help. If you know something, say something. Tyrone was a father, a son, a light, and his story matters.
That it's only right for me to get on here because Tyrone Davis Jr. drove that nigga, stepdaddy drove, we call him T2. However, y'all know my nephew. So many people got love for my nephew. Not only is he a blogger, he's a YouTuber, he's a motivational speaker, he gonna encourage you, he a counselor, he is that dude. When I tell you he drives trucks for a living, he ain't out here doing wrong. If y'all watch his page, y'all know he take care of his kids. He's a family guy, he's a family young man, and he got street friends. And guess what? He look at everybody, guess what, at the same level, because his heart always been good to the little people, the big people, whatever you think you is, it's been good. So the way I feel, y'all got a right to know about y'all family, because guess what? He is family to a lot of y'all out there. So for anybody in their right mind to say why is they asking what happened, they got to need to go and examine themselves, because you don't even know his accomplishment and his legacy and on who he is. He like a superstar in our eyes. And guess what? For the main reason, they need to know what happened to T2. Just like we need to know what happened with T2. If y'all been on his page, you see he celebrated, because he got a loving heart. And he loved Lulu, what it do till the grounds come home and the cows come home. And one thing I can say, he enjoyed her. He had celebrated with a good heart, gifts and loving and just doing things out the ordinary, unusual things to make her happy. Now I'm going to tell y'all this. For one, he was in that cabin all week till Saturday. So this is what we got. We only can tell you what we got. Y'all need to know. Y'all need to let us know what y'all think. Okay, he was in a cabin on Saturday about 4, 5 o'clock that afternoon. The Lulu chick said that, guess what? She was riding in the car with him. They got into a disagreement, and he told her to let him out. Now, one, don't get me wrong. I know she probably loved my nephew. I do know my nephew really loved her unconditionally. But let me tell y'all out here, whether she loved him, he loved her. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a real thin line. So for one, if he told you to let him out the car and your message was you pulled on the side of the road and let him out the car, and you pulled off and left my nephew in Gainesville, somewhere you and him the only ones there, no family, no people, no nothing. You left my nephew, and you said you drove up to a gas station 5 minutes to wait. Maybe he needed to cool off. Maybe he needed to get time to himself to walk up. You thought he was going to walk up to that gas station where you was waiting on him at for 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, you see ambulance, you see police, you see ambulance, you see police, and you know something ain't right. So you get in your car and get back there to the scene with my nephew getting in on a stretcher, getting in the back of an ambulance. You throw him out and left him for dead. And if you didn't, that's how we feel. And if we wrong, Lord, forgive us, but reveal the truth. Not only that, your story changed, because guess what? You called the Mama Renee. And when you called the Mama Renee, you gonna tell Renee, oh, he fell at the gas station and bumped his head. How he fell at the gas station and bumped his head when you claimed to put him out of car. Okay, now the story changed again. This on Sunday morning, Renee drive up to Gainesville. The Davis family don't even know my nephew in the hospital. I gotta call it like it is. My Davis family don't even know that she got the call and call it like it is. I granted, Renee, I got love for you. You done lost 2 sons, and it's your last living son that just got his life taken. But she called you. You said you wasn't gonna call us because you wanted to get up there and see what happened once you got there. So you called my Charlotte and gave us the first story. The girlfriend told you he fell and bumped his head. That's what you said. So when my Charlotte got the call, she calling us in the Davis family and say, we got to take a drive and see what went on with my nephew. Guess what? I wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there. Lulu was there. And at the end of the day, nobody knows but God. And it's going to come forward. Not only that, the next story change. Again, come on, Natalie. Come join with me. Take that jacket off. Come join me. Not only that, the Davis family got there. They said he brain dead, trauma to the skull, the back of the skull, his blunt force trauma to his head. Something had to happen. It didn't happen falling out no car. It did not happen falling down no stairs. It did not happen the way they kind of make these different stories. And I ain't gonna say they is Lou. So not only that, you let him out, and at the end of the day, pulled off You left him for dead. Why would you leave him? How did he end up at the hospital? And let me grant it, y'all. They found my nephew's body under a bridge on Archer Road, on the side of the road. They found my nephew under a bridge and said a car pulled up and he stepped out of the car and staggered and fell to the ground. How in the hell that you left my nephew and then found him under a bridge when ain't nobody under the bridge, Lord God? You guilty for that alone. It's not coincidence. Let me tell you something. If it walked like a duck, it talked like a duck, call Aflac. It's a goddamn duck. My cousin G-Boy said if a duck could pull a trunk, hook him up. Some foul play done happened to my nephew. We mourning, we grieving, we angry. He love on everybody. We love all people. You don't do people like that. And then for the ones say, what happened to him? Y'all need to know what happened to him. Some of y'all more family than his own goddamn family. We all are going through our own motion. I'm finna get out of this phone because I'm getting emotional and I'm under a roller coaster. But I want y'all to know his whole skull was fractured. Fractured to the front, fractured to the back. So if you hit him in the back of the head, whatever rumor, whatever lifetime mystery, puzzle, whether it was an accident, then you say he stumbled out the car. Then you say he jumped out of the car. You was going 25 miles. Then you say he tripped on the feet as he was getting out. Accidents happen. But quit lying, Lulu. Tell us what happened to my nephew. If y'all was arguing and it started at the cabin, like you say, and however he ended up on the bridge, we need to freaking know. We need to know what's going on. It's not right. It's not right. We got a right to be angry. My brother Tyrone Davis got a right to be pissed off and angry by his goddamn son. This is a senseless death. Yeah, God know he was going to check out. But guess what? At the end of the day, decisions had to be made. He loved you, girl. And at the end of the day, if you're taking a side and you're blaming, you just as guilty as it can be. You just as guilty as her. Because if you can't see it, Ray Charles can see it. If you ain't got nothing to conscience, tell the truth. What happened? God gonna reveal the truth. Them detectives gonna reveal the truth. My family don't even wish no hate on you for death. But I'm gonna tell you, your ass gonna pay for what happened to my nephew. And whatever the truth is, it is gonna come out. It don't make no sense. Now let's tell them what they told y'all.
It's different stories that have been told, man. We don't want to hear we don't want the phone call. She might talk after, but I don't want to do it. Right now the story ain't adding up, and we just want the story to add up. We need 2 + 2 to equal 4. I can't say what happened. I wasn't there. My family can't say what happened because we were not there. But what I am going to say is he was left on the side of the road in the city that he ain't from, with no phone, no ID, no gun, no nothing. I was told that he was let out of, I was told that the car was brought to a complete stop and he was let out. Then I was told the car may have been going 25 miles an hour when he was let out. 25 miles an hour, you can't do 25 in the school zone. But you stopped and let him out at 25 miles an hour, the math ain't mathing. I just say 2 + 2 need to equal 4, whatever happened. Even if you didn't do something to him, you responsible because we left him in your hands. You was with him. He loved you with everything in him. So to leave him in a city that he ain't from, on the side of a road, for him to be found and taken to the hospital under John Doe, because you weren't there. They caught him in the hospital under John Doe. We saw the hospital records. They say a couple on the side of the road stopped and the wife happened to be a nurse. Thank God for those people because they tried to save my cousin. They gave my cousin CPR and they tried to save my cousin, but you weren't there. At the end of the day, no matter what happened, you should have been there. Whether you did it, whether you didn't do it, whether it was an accident, whether it was on purpose, you should have been there. You should have been able to give us an accurate account of what happened, and you can't. The only people we knew in Jacksonville was you and him. And you couldn't give us in Gainesville, and you couldn't give us an account of what happened. So right now we going for what we know. You saying everybody wrong for judging, everybody wrong for feeling some type of way? If something happened to the man I love, if I don't call nobody else, if I don't get in touch with nobody else, his family gonna hear from me before anybody. The hospital called his mama. You told me that. You didn't call his mama. You didn't call his daddy. You didn't call his grandma. You didn't call his auntie. Bitch, you sat at the hospital for 24 motherfucking hours with them people not talking to you. You told me out your mouth them people wouldn't tell you nothing. So you sat there for an hour, for a day and ain't let them people tell you nothing? And ain't called nobody who could have got the answers that were needed? You sat sat there for 24 hours. This happened on Saturday. On Sunday, the hospital called his mama. Not you, the hospital.
I'm gonna give it back to you. And let me back it up, y'all. Even in the midst of Renee going up there, and they make it to the hospital. This on Sunday now. The accident or whatever happened on Saturday at 5 o'clock. So now Renee find out Sunday morning she go to Gainesville. Marshala got the call, tell the family. They went in 6 carloads deep to Gainesville. Even in Gainesville at the hospital, she said she had to leave to go back to the cabin to get their belongings. So she left the hospital with the mama there before Davis could get up there and went back to the cabin to apparently get their stuff. My sister called the cabin man who rented it out. And what he said was he heard about an incident that happened in the cabin. Come on out here, I'll tell you about it. I don't want to talk on the phone, and I'll talk to the police too. They went and did their own investigations at the cabin, and the man said he got a call from one of the other neighbors at the cabin because there's no video about an argument they heard and got so heated, and they said the young lady seemed to be the aggressor. They walked around to the cabin to see what was going on, and they only found by the time they got there it calmed down. They never saw Dro in sight. They never saw T2 in sight, but they saw her with that boot on her leg, because you got a broke ankle. That boot on your leg, dragging them belongings from the cabin to the car. From the cabin to the car. My nephew love you so much you don't even drive, Lulu. You don't even drive. He said, get on the back seat. I pick you up. I told you, you don't drive. You get on the back seat and lay down so your ankle that was broken can stay healed. That's how he carry you like a princess. Okay, the man told my sister she never came back to this cabin. I rented it out on Saturday. The moment they left, somebody else checked in. She never came back and got their belongings because she already had their belongings. Let me tell you, it ain't making no sense. My nephew's skull was fractured so bad. They say the trauma that hit him, that blunt force, broke his skull and caused pieces to go to the front of his temple on both sides. On both sides. Sound like a Hennessy bottle to me, or it sound like something with trauma force that can do your head like that in the back of your head. His back and his head. So let me tell you something. I don't know, and I don't care who don't like my live or who got something to say about Tasha why you did that, because I needed to do that. At the end of the day, nobody ain't in our shoes. We getting attacked back to back. Yes, it is God will. Yes, it's already written. God know how he was going to check out before he left here. But guess what? Somebody need to be held accountable for your actions. You transfer the money out of his bank account that he said shared with my sister the day after he was pronounced deceased at the hospital. My sister and T2 share a bank account. The account is on 0, and it shows the money was transferred to his single account by himself. You got access to his cell phone. You got access to his bank accounts. If you ain't money hungry and desperate and you got all access to everything he got, we ain't worried about no worldly possessions. We screaming justice over here. We want justice over here. It ain't about the money. He got $1 million wardrobe. He got a son. You think we give a darn about the clothes? We would rather have my nephew here. We would rather have my nephew with breath in his body. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you real quick. I said he should have dusted road in the car, fired on the shut him out, took the domestic violence charge, and then just bonded out. But he not that abuser. He ain't gonna put his hand on a woman. But I was thinking every scenario, maybe she didn't do it. And I know one thing for sure. Not only that, let me say this. Let me say this. She put the account to 0. Yeah. But this is what I want y'all to think about. If all family mourning and all family really going through all kind of anger and emotions, and y'all can hear it in me, and it is real. By my nephew, it's a big deal. By all family members, it's a big deal. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this with everything in me. This woman got the nerve to think she going to come to his funeral? That's the daddy. That's why you think you going to come to his funeral? I think you better get a rain check, baby. I think you need a rain check. Because when I tell you, this ain't what you want.
Tell her come, she can sit between me and my sister. She can come.
Listen, one thing about it, 2 things for sure. That ain't what you want. God ain't even going to allow that. Girl, you ain't got balls like that anyway. So I'm just going to call a spade a spade. All right, sister? I respect that. So let me calm down. Let me calm down. But guess what? We one voice, we one sound. That's all I want to say. And also, before I pass this phone, sister, what you said? Cuz what you said? If the roles were reversed, my nephew would have been booked under the jailhouse. Wasn't nothing you could tell them people, her family members, her mama. He wouldn't have left her. Say that again. He wouldn't have left her. If the roles was reversed, that nigga would have been in booking before he could have even made a step from the gas station to the hospital. But T2 is not that guy. His heart too good. He loved her too much. And then for you to show your love, if not any other time, now was the time. The lies, the lies, the lies.
I want to thank all y'all who've been sharing, I don't care about nothing but what belongs to me. Materials, possessions. My son worked for that. This family raised him right, for him to accomplish all the goals that he did. It's more than a son to me. Right now I'm walking in the spirit, called the flesh. My guts on the ground. If it weren't for this right here, if it weren't for this here, y'all, if it weren't for this, I don't know where I'd be right now. I ain't asking for nobody to throw nobody under the bus, and I want to say thank y'all, but I do deserve to know, justice for my son. You feel me? Right now ain't the time, right now ain't the time for, the crooked of the eye, cause we was about that. You feel me? Right now, all I ask for, just give me what belongs to me. That's answers to my son. We ain't caring about no possessions. We ain't even worried about no bank accounts, cause we gonna handle that. Yeah. If y'all seen the candlelight, y'all want to come out, and share that, please support, please share. If you see anything positive, we ain't trying to bash nobody. We want to speak on behalf of me and the rest of the foundation. We just want justice. Because at the end of the day, when they give us, whatever they have, that they come to a conclusion with, it ain't going to heal that wound. I don't wish this on nobody. I done cried. I woke up in the graveyard with my daddy, because I needed answers. I'm asking the Lord, you feel me, to just hold on me. Tyrone, I'm seeing you, but I don't exist right now. There's the spirit in me. That's the only thing to keep me afloat. You feel me? And, for everybody out there to have a son or a daughter, teach them don't trust no motherfucking body. You feel me? And that's respectfully. Because at the end of the day, we never thought this. We embrace people. And I ain't going to put it on my tongue to call no name. But at the end of the day, you see this here?
And they out the door too.
And I can look all out the door.
Yes. They're out there, the whole yard, the whole
500 plus. We speak in numbers. I'm just asking y'all to share anything, that's pushing positivity to help me and this foundation over here, this Davis Strong Village, get closure and answers. That's all I ask for. What more can a father ask for? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
By any means necessary, we want answers. We're not gonna stop until we get answers. We was raised a family that prays together, stays together. But we was also raised when you leave with somebody, you come back with who you leave with. She made it back, he didn't. We need to know why. And if you could give us answers, whatever those would be, we would have to take that. But she can't give us answers. Her answers ain't making sense. If you saw something, say something, reach out. Our inboxes are open. I've never accepted as many friend requests as I've done in this last week because anybody who wants answers, I need them. We need to know what happened to him. It ain't gonna bring him back. It's not gonna bring it back. And even if you don't feel comfortable talking to us, Gainesville Police Department will take all calls. Alachua Police Department will take all calls. His family will take all calls, all messages. If you know something, say something. They pronounced him dead while my uncle and my grandmother and my auntie sat in that room. That doctor say, if y'all can get him to show us any sign of life, we will go into surgery and stop the test now. He showed nothing. They begged and they prayed and they pleaded T2, we here. You are not alone. We love you. And we on this live because we here. And he is not alone, and we love him. We want justice. We want answers. We need to know. Not knowing is not an option for us anymore. We've always stood together as a family. Anybody who know us, anybody who know this Davis bloodline, know we didn't just come together when it was somebody's funeral. We don't just come together when it's death. We love on each other all the time. We got him. This is his son. This is his legacy. His son want to know what's going on. His question to us is what happened to my daddy, and we can't answer that.
But we will seek and find.
We will continue to seek answers. We will continue to seek justice. If you know something, say something. We are always open for anybody who know what happened, but we are asking for justice. And we understand that we can't point fingers because we weren't there. We may not know exactly what happened under that bridge or on the way from Papa John's to that bridge, but what we do know is that he left Broward County with you. He was found under that bridge by himself.
No ID.
He didn't have an ID. He didn't have any identifying information. If you know Dro, T2 Tyrone, he keeps 3 phones, 2 guns,
And he ain't worried about a pizza.
a wallet.
Or them pizza wings that was
He
found
didn't have
on that
any of that with
bridge.
him.
But he had a pizza.
But he had pizza and wings with him.
Come on now. That ain't
You told me out of your personal mouth that you let him out and he was fine. He never was out fine. We asking y'all to continue to pray for our family. We asking y'all, if y'all have answers, give us answers. We have a candlelight January 10th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Oswald Park. We are inviting everybody.
If you in Broward County,
I don't care if you in Broward County, New York, Atlanta, another country. You are invited because this is family. We need answers. We need prayers. We need love. We need community. We ain't asking for nothing. We're not asking for nothing.
Yeah, we not.
We're not asking for money.
Support.
We're not asking for his money. We're not asking for y'all money. We asking for shares. We asking for love. We asking for support and answers. Because listen to me when I tell y'all this. By any means necessary, he's going out with a bang. Because that's how we do things. And if you was on his YouTube channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because we put go out with a bang. He going out with a bang. Because that's what we do. We just want justice for Dro. Hashtag justice for T2. Justice for Dro. We want answers.
Hey, before we end this, y'all, I would like to ask all my homies, you know, everybody who was a part of my son, you know what I'm saying, life, you know, to come out and support him, you know, for us, the car clubs, the donks, you know, what he symbolized, you know, we've been doing this for a long time. We ask y'all to come to the candlelight and let's just, you know what I'm saying, excuse me, I'm kind of hoarse. But to come out and, you know, help us push this movement, you know what I'm saying, where we can, you know, put some respect on my son, because they left him on the side of the road, you feel me? But like the family said, I think they spoke for all of us.
Leon County, we appreciate it.
Leon County, we see you.
1, 2, 3.
Justice
for Dro! Yes, justice for Dro! Justice for Dro! Justice for Dro! Justice for Dro! That's all we ask.
Davis Strong.
The family has been clear about one thing.
Thank y'all.
They are not pointing fingers without facts. They weren't there, and they don't claim to know exactly what happened in those final moments. But they do know this. Tyrone left Broward County with her, and he was later found under that bridge, alone. No ID, no phone, no wallet, no weapon, just pizza and wings. The circumstances don't add up. Accounts have shifted, details have changed. And the silence during those 24 hours, that silence speaks volumes. This family isn't asking for money. They're not looking for attention. They want one thing, the truth. If you know something, anything, say something. Contact the Gainesville Police Department. Reach out to the family. One detail, one memory, could be the missing piece that brings clarity to this case. And if you're watching this, share it. Stay with the story. Help keep it moving. You never know who might recognize a detail or what memory might surface because of it. So far, no major news outlet has covered this case. Whether that's due to unanswered questions or an ongoing investigation, this family deserves the same attention any family would hope for when someone they love is found under a bridge, unnamed. One thing is certain, the Davises are not going anywhere. They will keep asking questions. They will keep speaking up until they get answers. Justice for T2. Stay safe out there. Pay attention to the people you love, and I'll see you next time.